Is luxury real estate better in Davidson County or Williamson County? We're talking about the pros and cons of both in today's video. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin Martin and I'm a local Nashville real estate agent and founder of the Caitlin Martin team. We specialize in working with out-of-staters looking to relocate to the Middle Tennessee area. Now, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, thank you so much. Please feel free to click subscribe down below so that you are notified every time I release new video content all about making the move to the Middle Tennessee area. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of purchasing luxury real estate in Davidson County and in Williamson County. So if you've seen my latest videos, you know that I did a video about the luxury suburbs in Davidson County, which if you're unfamiliar, Davidson County is going to be the county that surrounds the heart of Nashville. Then there's Williamson County, which is where you're going to find the towns like Brentwood, Franklin, Thompson Station, Nolensville, Arrington, College Grove, all of those. So you're taking a look at both of those. And I've talked about what are the various luxury suburbs in each of Davidson County and in Williamson County. And so today we're going to be taking a look at what are the pros and cons of each if you're trying to make a decision on maybe what is the best fit for you and your family. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So up first, we're going to talk about Davidson County. So a couple of pros when it comes to luxury real estate in Davidson County. One of the reasons why we see folks choosing to purchase one of these stunning homes within the Davidson County area is because they love the proximity to Nashville. They don't want to be too far out. That is one of the main drivers. Plus, like that video that I mentioned earlier talking about the Davidson communities, there are some really well-established luxury communities that people truly want to be in. In Davidson County, in those luxury communities, you're going to find that the homes are sitting on larger lots. You've got more, and they're in established neighborhoods, so there's more mature trees. There's a lot of greenery. And what we've also seen happen in Davidson County is where if a home was a little bit smaller and older, builders are coming in and they are tearing down the old home and putting up a brand new, big, beautiful home. And so with that, you have more opportunity to come across a home that feels more custom versus say, in a certain established newer neighborhood where it feels a little bit more cookie cutter. You get more of that custom feel when you're in the Davidson County area. Again, one of the other draws in addition to the close proximity to Nashville is going to be the lots and the mature trees. Just that area, especially where these luxury communities are located, these are more established communities. And so they've been around a while. So you're definitely surrounded with the lush greenery, the mature trees, especially this time of year, it's really, really beautiful just to see, spring in bloom. And so feeling that true, the true mature trees being not jammed in with your neighbors, that is an appeal for a lot of folks. And again, your proximity into Nashville, when we're talking about these luxury suburbs that are in Davidson County, you're really, generally speaking, looking at 5, 6, 7 miles from the heart of downtown. And so, yes, you got to deal with Nashville traffic. However, within these communities, a lot of times you're going to have back roads to get where you're going. So you're going to be able to get around and navigate a little bit easier versus always being stuck on the main roads, which is another nice feature. Now, a couple of other reasons why people really enjoy living closer to the heart of Nashville. So these luxury communities are going to be in close proximity to Green Hills. Green Hills, I've said it before, I lived there for 4 years. I absolutely loved the Green Hills area. That's where you have the mall, you've got shopping, you've got retail. The Green Hills area is where the famous Bluebird Cafe is, if you've heard of the Bluebird Cafe. And so Green Hills has so much convenience. It's where you're going to find a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's. You've got so much right there that makes life really, really convenient. And so you have the ability to get into Green Hills with all of that convenience, still have a close proximity to getting into Nashville, whether you're going out for a date night, going to enjoy a professional sporting event, or just wanting to go enjoy what Nashville has to offer, whether it's a singer-songwriter night, you have all of that right there within your fingertips, which makes it really nice and convenient. You know, there's a certain kind of way of life that living closer to Nashville can offer. And it's not that one way of life is better than the other. It truly comes down to what your personal preference is and what your true lifestyle is and the lifestyle you're looking to have when you move here. So those are all of the things that are such an attraction to being in the Davidson County area. Now, one of the biggest cons when it comes to Davidson County basically comes down to two things: property taxes and publicly rated school scores. So that is where we start to see a drawback from this community. So really, Davidson County back in 2020, we did get hit with a tornado right before the world shut down. And so as a response to that, Davidson County did have a 34% property tax hike that was brought about. It was either at the end of 2020 or 2021. So property taxes, now, when I talk about property taxes, yes, we're talking about a 34% property tax hike. However, if you are still looking at where that puts the overall property tax for Davidson County, it's still, in the grand scheme of things, especially, you know, if people are coming from places like California, New York, Chicago, those places, our property taxes are going to still be considered very low. It's just, you know, Davidson County did take on that 34% property tax hike as a response to the tornado and just the world turning upside down, essentially. So there is that. And again, the other one that I mentioned that's kind of a con and it's a drawback for folks that are trying to decide which area they want to be in, is going to be the publicly rated school scores. So if you go on greatschools.org and you start to look at where certain homes are zoned for, and then you go and look up their scores, you will be able to see a difference between where these Davidson County public schools are located, you know, where they rank versus where the ones in Williamson County are. There is a noticeable difference there. Now, the people that are choosing to live within Davidson County and are choosing luxury real estate, they are most of the time choosing to opt for private school, because with private school, you know, obviously they're selecting the education for which they want for their kids, while at the same time getting just all of the benefits of living within one of these luxury communities in Davidson County. So those, generally speaking, are going to be the two biggest drawbacks that we can see people have when they're trying to determine where they want to live. So now let's talk about Williamson County. So kind of where, let's first use that jumping off point. So where we had the property tax hike in Davidson County and the school scores, let's actually go ahead and talk about that, because that's actually one of the reasons why people are drawn to the Williamson County area. So if you go and look at greatschools.org again, you're going to look at, you know, the elementary, middle, high schools. You're going to see that these are some of the top rated schools in the Middle Tennessee area. It is the publicly rated school scores that people find that are a draw for folks that want to be able to live within Williamson County and they want their kids to go to public school. Now, that by no means means that there's not private school opportunities within Williamson County. There absolutely are. It's just, again, if you are somebody that's, you know, not necessarily married to the idea of doing private school, you're open to both public and private, then Williamson County does offer, you know, you can go and see the scores where they are higher rated public school scores for the Williamson County area in general. So that's one of the draws. Williamson County did not see that 34% property tax hike. So again, when we look at Tennessee, when we look at the Middle Tennessee area, we still have really low property taxes. And when we're talking about taxes in general, that's one of the reasons why people are moving here, is because we are actually the third lowest taxed state in the entire country. And that's behind Alaska and Wyoming. So the tax burden here is far less, and property taxes is one of the reasons why, again, people are choosing to make the move. And so in Williamson County, yes, you know, in most places, depending on where you are in Williamson County, you are dealing with the county tax and the city tax, just like you would in Davidson County. However, we did not see a big property tax hike in Williamson County like we did in Davidson County as a response to, you know, all that's taken place in the last couple of years. So kind of, you know, it's almost like, as we're talking about the pros and cons here, right? A lot of what's considered a pro for Davidson can kind of be shifted into the con column when it comes to Williamson County, right? So one of the potential drawbacks for somebody could be that depending on where you are in Williamson County, you're going to be further away from Nashville. That's just how it is. If you're looking at a map, so you have Nashville, you head down Interstate 65, you pass Brentwood, which Brentwood's kind of the top of where Williamson County starts. And then you go down into Franklin, and then further down is Thompson Station. And so when you look at everything that Williamson County encompasses, when you're thinking about what's the proximity to getting into downtown or even the airport, you can be looking at upwards of 45, 50 minutes, depending on where you are. If you are like, say, further west in Franklin, or if you're further south within Williamson County, you are going to have a longer commute. Now, again, that can be a pro for somebody and a con for somebody else, just depending on your lifestyle. Like if you are somebody that doesn't care that much about getting into Nashville, say for, dining or entertainment, then of course, that drive's not going to necessarily, impact your decision quite as much. Whereas, if you're somebody that maybe has to travel a lot, access the airport, that is something to take into consideration, because if we're talking about a con in general, whether it's Davidson County or Williamson County, you're going to be dealing with traffic, period. You just are, with the influx of people that we have seen come in over the last several years, our traffic has certainly increased. Like I've noticed a noticeable difference. Now, again, when I have people coming in from New York or California or Chicago, they're still telling me that our traffic is nothing compared to where they're coming from. But I've been here over 10 years now, and so I've watched the way that the traffic patterns have changed. And within the last couple of years, you can tell a difference. You absolutely can. So depending on how you feel about traffic, depending on, what areas, what things you like to do, what is going to service your lifestyle the best, location can absolutely play into that. I think one of the other pros for Williamson County, in my personal opinion, versus Davidson County, in Williamson County, you're going to have more opportunity for the views of, say, the rolling hills versus being in certain communities within Nashville. There's a couple of luxury communities within Nashville where you definitely are surrounded and you've got a lot of great privacy, which I know is definitely a pro for a lot of people. You definitely get that because the larger lots, the mature trees, you definitely get privacy. But you're more in the midst of the surroundings versus, say, in Franklin, like if you maybe want to be in Leapers Fork, in Leapers Fork, you have the opportunity to sit on a hillside and have a beautiful view of the valley and the rolling hills. So you get more of that opportunity for views in Williamson County versus in Davidson County. But again, it all just depends on what it is that you're looking for in your next home. And then another thing that people could say is potentially a con for Williamson County is, depending on where you are in Williamson County, you're going to be further away from things like a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's. If those matter to you, that's something that when I'm talking to people, certain grocery stores really matter. And so if something like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's matters, here it is, within Williamson County, you only have one Whole Foods, one Trader Joe's that are located in the Franklin area. So say you live in College Grove or Arrington, you're looking to be about 20, 25 minutes away from getting to a Whole Food or Trader Joe's, which I know for some people that is a no-go. Whereas when you're looking at Davidson County, if you're wanting to take into consideration Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Green Hills, you're going to, again, unless you're on the outskirts, you're going to be in closer proximity. You're looking more, again, depending on where you are, like 7, 10, 15 minutes, really, from where you can quickly access those within the Green Hills area. Okay, so I hope this was helpful in giving you an idea of just what some of the pros and cons can be when it comes to Davidson County versus Williamson County, because you really can't go wrong with either. It all comes back to what is the best fit for you and the lifestyle that you're looking for when you make the move to the Middle Tennessee area. So if you're thinking about making a move, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My team and I, we would love to assist you. We are talking with families every week about making the move, whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years from now. Again, all of my contact information is below. If you're ready to start that conversation, there's actually a link down below to go ahead and schedule a Zoom call with me. If you're not ready for that just yet, that's okay too. I actually have a free Nashville relocation guide located down below. Just click and you'll be able to download. Again, my name is Caitlin Martin. I'll see you next time.